You know something? There's something interesting. If the Supreme Court does say that birthright citizenship is also applicable to illegal aliens and visitors here, because they are under the jurisdiction of the United States, well then we can constrict them during the times we need them. Like if they come, they happen to be in the United States when we declare war, we can constrict them to our military forces and send them overseas to fight for our wars. I mean, I didn't think about that, but yeah. And not only that, we can also confiscate their resources. Like if they have a home, we can tax them wherever they're at, just like any other citizen. If they are here in the United States, then we have jurisdiction over them, meaning we can have access to whatever property they have overseas, whether they have foreign citizenship still, doesn't really matter because we have jurisdiction. That means we can tax their homes anywhere in the world if they come to the United States because we have jurisdiction over them. I mean, if that's what it means. Like if we have jurisdiction of, it means we're able to influence our laws onto them if they have any steps on American territory. So if a child is born here and they were trying to build up a business somewhere else and say back in some other foreign country, we get to tax that child and maybe even I mean, if they don't pay taxes by IRS, we have jurisdiction to go in and how do you call it, and bring them back into the United States to hold accountable for their tax evasion on their foreign properties and business because they're not paying American taxes because they are part of the jurisdiction of once they were here. I mean, that's a big thing we can open up here. We can start, I mean, I thought it was supposed to be a self-governed society that we're supposed to be like jurisdiction of, like supposed to mean like, yeah, self-governed people locally, that's supposed to be American culture, American people, the people who live here as a homeland. That's supposed to be jurisdiction of. But if the Supreme Court says, no, the jurisdiction of applies to anyone who entered the United States, then effectively we can treat the United States as a colonial empire. So I mean, we can oppress anybody into service, much like how the British had impressed a lot of those American sailors out in the open seas because they needed troops or sailors. They just took those U.S. sailors and pressed them, do an impressment into their service to serve the United Kingdom Empire or the British Empire. So if we can do that too, that means we have essentially the Supreme Court would have established that the United States is a colonial empire now. That whoever steps foot on our land, we have jurisdiction of wherever their resources are now. I mean, that was freaking crazy to think that they would think that that'd be allowable because, again, I would think the jurisdiction of the United States was kind of limited to the people who reside here legally and those who are citizen primarily. But if it applies to anyone who's here, then yeah, we can start doing confiscation, global confiscation. I mean, right now they get birthright citizenship, or not even birthright citizenship, more like post-right citizenship by Russia. Like recently, they were giving citizenship to the Ukraine children when they were kidnapping them and bringing them back to Russia, now they got to get Russian citizenship. I mean, I guess the Supreme Court will be having us do the same thing. It was like wherever they're at, we could assign citizenship and obligations of what that citizenship requires to anyone in the world. This is going to be some interesting results if that happens in the Supreme Court. It's going to be a big change, big change.